Hello, everybody. This is Sophie Charlotte. I am a confidence coach for women on a mission, and I love doing that because I think that when everybody did what they were meant to do and what they really care about doing and what they are usually also really good at, then this world would be a better place. So I challenge you and all my clients and everybody I get into contact with until they get sick and tired of me to really go for what they want to do. So stop caring about what people might think or what society tells you or what you think you're supposed to do. Just go and tap into your truth, trust it, and go for whatever the fuck you want. Because you know what? That's where your power lies. You know what you want to do. You know deep down that crazy idea you have, whether it's becoming an artist, whether it's starting your own business, becoming a coach, or selling your own, handmade products, or moving to Florence, I just am saying something really weird here, or setting up a movement, or making $1 million, or whatever it is that sets your soul on fire, it is possible. And it is because, I'm the living example of that. And Walt Disney has this wonderful quote, and it goes, "If you can dream it, you can do it." And it's true. The only thing you need is a vision. So take a second. What is it that you would do if money wasn't an issue? Let's say you have 6 million euros in the bank. What do you see yourself doing? What is it that you really would love to do if money wasn't an issue? Because very often we use money as an excuse to not do what we actually want to do. What if you followed your passion? What if you really followed your intuition? What if you really let go and took the leap and really went for what gives you that power, that passion, that fire? Whatever sets your soul on fire, that is what you need to go for. You know why? Because you don't have any time to waste. You don't want to look back on your life and go, it would have really been nice if I had sold my paintings instead of just, kept them as ideas in my mind. Or, yes, it would have been great to make a difference in the world by setting up my own movement. But hey, no one ever believed in me, and neither did I, so that didn't happen. You have the responsibility to follow your heart and to go for what you see yourself doing in that vision. And once you have a vision, that's when you can start taking steps. It's not going to happen overnight. Reaching your goal, accomplishing your mission, really getting to that place where you're like, yes, this is what I have envisioned for myself. It takes time. But you cannot go anywhere when you don't have any direction. Okay, so first you need to figure out what it is you want to do, where it is you want to go, and then you can start going. It's like being on a sailing boat. If you have a point to sail towards, then that's what you steer towards. And so how does it work? How do you believe in yourself? How do you get that power inside that actually allows you to go ahead and not be discouraged and be like, well, I'm never going to be good enough. I'm never going to be able to do this. And if I fail, well, then what happens? Well, what happens if you never try? Okay, so if you never try, then you never know. And you're going to get stuck in a place that you hate, and you're going to stay stuck in it because you decide that you're not good enough, or you decide that people are not going to like it anyway, or whatever. That's a thought. And you can also decide to go and do it anyway. Nobody says it will be easy. Nobody says you will succeed, but nobody says you will fail either. And if you don't try, you don't know. You know what happens when you start walking? Opportunities show up. People come into your life. You have a different vision. When you start climbing a mountain, you have a different view. And when you see more things, then you can also see more opportunities, which will help you get to the place that you want to get to. But if you never leave, if you just stay where you are, and if you allow yourself and your doubts and your the lack of passion to keep you stuck where you are, well, that's where you're going to stay. And I know because it's very easy to do. It's very easy to stay in bed and be like, I just don't feel like doing it today. And you know what the heck, it's not going to happen. I'm not good enough anyway. So why would I even try? Why would I even try? Well, why wouldn't you? You have a life. This is your only life. So why not make it into a freaking masterpiece? It's possible. Is it risky? Yes. Is it scary? Yes. Is it difficult? Absolutely. Is it fulfilling? Is it exciting? Is it worth it? Absolutely. If you are dedicated to living your life and making a difference and really making sure that your time, your energy, and your purpose doesn't get wasted, well then you better get your shit together and start working for it. Which doesn't mean it has to be hard and like, you know, blood, sweat and tears, but you do need to decide that you go for it. Because if you do something half-assed, then it's not going to work. You need to be willing to fail so badly that you're going to go for it no matter what. You're going to go for it anyway. Because when you allow yourself to go full in, well, that's where you get the results. But if you just like stay and you're like, yeah, but not, it's like, you know, when diving into the pool, you put in your toes like, it's cold. Let me think about it. Oh yeah, it's cold. It's like, and then you start thinking about how cold it is and how painful. But you know, every time you dive in, you're like, okay, for half a second, it sucks because it's cold. But then you're like, this is so much better. And it's the same with taking the leap. It's the same with diving in and believing in yourself and deciding that you're going to do that. And that's a thing that you can control. Yes, it's scary, I know. Everything is scary that's new and out of your comfort zone, but it's necessary. It's necessary because you know that's where you're supposed to be, that's where you're supposed to go, and that's also why you were put on this earth in the first place. By whom? By God, by the universe, by energy, whatever you want to call it. But you have a mission here, and you know what that is. You know very well what that is, but you say you don't know, because then you can stay stuck in unclarity. You don't have to take any responsibility. You say you don't have the money or the energy or the means or whatever. But that is also bullshit, because where there's a will, there's a way. Okay? And being very scared and being stuck in your worries and anxiety, I mean, I can say this because I used to suffer from anxiety disorder. I know what it's like. But nevertheless, I moved onwards. I did what I wanted to do, and I did everything in my power to get out of that predicament. So it's always up to you. What are you willing to do in order to take your life to the next level? And you know what the secret to believing in yourself is? Just fucking doing it. And then seeing that, hey, I actually got further than I thought. Or trying it, and then maybe it doesn't work out, but you get up and you try again, and again, and again, and again, and you always get better. And so then you believe in yourself because you actually have proof for it. But if you don't have any proof, and you think you won't get any proof, well, then you won't do it either. So put yourself on that line. Go out of your comfort zone. Go, 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 and go, and go, and go, and try again. It's in the action where you get the proof for the fact that you are actually way more capable of, you know, things than you think you are. For me, it was the same with learning Italian. I'm like, okay, I speak some Italian, but let's see how it goes. I just threw myself in there. I said stuff, I made mistakes, people laughed, people didn't understand me, people... You know, but I wanted to communicate. My goal, my desire of communicating, connecting, integrating here in local Florentine life was bigger than my fear about making a mistake. Making a mistake is the most wonderful thing you can do because it means that you're trying. And when you try, that's where you get traction. That's where you actually put yourself out there and you have experiences that you can build on. It's so amazing when you do something and you fuck up, because then you can learn and know what you can do right next time. So just fail harder, because that's where the gold is. Do you think people who mine for gold are just walk around and go like, hey, I found gold? No, they dig, they go left, they go right, they go everywhere, and they study it, and they go deep, and then they maybe don't find something, and then they do find something, and then they just keep on trying, and at some point you hit the gold. You hit the gold, but only because you've tried. So get out of your head and get into your body, get into your heart, and start doing something. Call that person, write that email, put out that painting, share with the world what you're doing. share your dream, just tell people about it and show up and be yourself, because you are the most beautiful person that exists, because you are you. And you don't have to compare yourself to anyone else, because you're already fucking amazing just the way you are. But you need to see that first. You need to give yourself credit first. You need to believe in yourself and be like, okay, I'm going to do this no matter fucking what. Because when you feel that power, when you are so in line with yourself and with your mission, well, then you're going to blow the fucking roof off. You will, because nobody's going to stop you. So first get in line with yourself. Make friends with yourself. And the reason why I shared the link to my program, Take the Leap, is because that's what step number 2 is all about. It's how to become your own best friend. When you get put down by people around you, and you allow that to happen, then that means that you're never going to get to where you want to be, because people are going to hate what you do. People are going to criticize, people are going to, doubt you or put their own fears in your way. But once you are so dedicated to yourself and to your own happiness, because you care about yourself, because you love yourself, well, then you are unstoppable, because you become like the song Titanium, because you become like that. You just go for what you want to go for, because you owe that to yourself, and you don't want to have any regrets and look back and go like, I wish I had. No, because you won't be able to look yourself in the eye there. See what I mean? So you need to get in line. Step 1 is actually first getting rid of all the bullshit that is stopping you from living your life. It's about looking at your status quo, going like, what is working, what is not working, and getting really honest with yourself and being like, okay, I need to get rid of this because it's weighing me down. Once you have that out of the way, step 2 is about building the relationship with yourself and being such good friends with yourself that you become your own number 1 fan. And that's where you support yourself towards going outside of your comfort zone, which again, yes, is scary, but absolutely necessary if you want to grow. Okay. Step 3 is about how to deal with negative thoughts. Your mind, our minds are all the same. They shout bullshit at us all the time. You know why? Because they're so sweet. They want to keep us safe. They want to keep us stuck in that comfort zone, so no harm will ever be done to us. And once you see that, then you can say, thank you, mind. I really appreciate it, but I want to get to the other side. And so you go there with the thoughts, but not taking them as seriously anymore. And it's really cool. It's really cool how that works. And I'm so happy that I learned that, because suffering from anxiety disorder, my thoughts were my worst enemy. And now I relate myself really differently with my own negative thoughts, and that's freedom. It's really amazing. So that's why what I explain in step 3. Step 4 is like how to deal with fear and anxiety that come up when you move towards your goal, when you move outside of your comfort zone. All these emotions come up, and they can be so overwhelming. You're like, oh, I feel fear, I feel anxiety, I'm doing something wrong. No, actually, when you feel anxiety and fear, it means that you're doing the right thing. Because it means that you really care about what you're doing and where you're going. So that's what that step explains. And it also involves a meditation where you learn how to hold your fear so that it doesn't stop you anymore. And it actually, you take it with you. It doesn't have to be a block. You can take it with you and see. You can see it as like a friend or someone who walks your journey with you, along with you. And that, again, if I had known this when I was stuck in my anxiety disorder, I would have been paid $100,000 to know this, because when you don't let your fear stop you anymore, well, that's real freedom. Then you're like, I can do whatever the fuck I want, because fear isn't a problem anymore. So that's what I explain in step 4. Step 5 is about really designing your dream. What does it look like? What does it look like when you have your own painting studio? What does it look like when you open your own pizzeria? What does it look like when you move to Florence? What does it look like when you open your own animal welfare shelter? I don't care what your mission is. You know what your mission is. You know what you desire to do so greatly. Maybe it's opening an agriturismo here in the Tuscan countryside. Maybe it's I don't know, like whatever, swimming with dolphins and teaching people how to deal with autism. We all have such amazing dreams. My dream is to bring women together that are on a mission and help them connect and create networks and become friends and lift each other up. And then if I can be a contribution in that, like helping you believe in yourself, well then I can die a happy woman. This is what I do it for. I care about that so much, and I'm doing this no matter what. It's not always easy. Maybe it all looks very glamorous, but it's not always easy, trust me. But I'm doing this anyway, and I'm putting all my energy and all my focus and everything in my own mission, because I don't want to look back on my life and go, well, I wish I had inspired women to become the best version of themselves. No, I'm doing it every fucking day. So that was step 5, design your dream. And step 6 is like, go for it, take the leap, really get the confidence to just go and do it. There's only one way, and that's to dive in, take the leap, do it, and risk everything you've got, because that's the only way you can actually make it happen. And I've done it over and over again. I've done it by giving up my steady teaching job in Holland, moving to Florence, and just, I didn't know how I was going to make it happen here, but I figured that Italians not speaking English really well, I could teach English, and so I did, and I did everything in my power to get a job here. And I even taught Dutch at a Dutch school, and I was an illegal tour guide, and I did, interpreting, translating. I did everything in my power because I wanted to be in Florence. Why? Because I felt this was my place. And it still is. After 7 years, I've lived here for 7 years, and actually what it has done for me, because I followed my dream, I've actually been able to cure myself of anxiety disorder. And at my 2nd birthday here, I gave myself the gift of stop taking medication for the anxiety disorder, and I still feel great. I feel very stable. I don't think I will ever need them again. And that, knowing that I can do whatever I want once I am really true to myself, well, that's very it's I don't know how to call it. It's crazy, it's scary, and it's also very risky, because it means that I'm unstoppable. There are no limits. And so when I got sick of teaching, I dove into a writing career, which was amazing. But then I got sick and tired of that, and so I dove into my coaching career. And I'm doing this with loads of passion. But it's the same with relationships. When I don't like them anymore, like, I end them. And call me cold Dutch, but I'm very in line with myself, and I care about myself so much. And only by caring about myself, I can care about you. I can give you something because I give myself what I need first. So that is just a little bit about my story and how to, believe in yourself. Just go and fucking do it and learn, and allow yourself to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's the best thing you can ever do, because that's the only way to grow. And if you're interested in my program, Take the Leap, check it out. The link is there. It's amazing. It's very powerful, and it's exactly what has helped me go from suffering from anxiety disorder to feeling freaking unstoppable. And all the things that have gotten me to this place are in there. There are exercises, reading, video clips, the audio, loads of really powerful stuff, and it's also fun because I share everything with you, and it's just cool. I poured my heart and soul into it, and it's getting my clients results because it sets them free. And I care about your freedom. I care about my freedom, but I also care about yours. And you can create that for yourself. So check it out. It's really cool. And if you get it within 5 days, you even get it at half price. I don't know how to make it any easier for you to take the leap, to choose yourself and chase your dreams. You're worth it. You deserve it. And now you just gotta decide for yourself that you do. You're amazing. Never forget that. And sending you lots of love and courage. And talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody.